This is incredibly confronting for me. Um, I've been very busy over the last couple of years, 21 years really, battling a very arduous and long fight. And it, it's taken a long time and many, a lifetime of loss, but a lifetime of a lot of broken hearts and pain I've seen and suffering. But one thing I learned, and one thing I learned was from my mother, was that one thing I learned from my mother was that slow and steady does win the race. Slow down, Kate, slow down. So all I've learned a very big lesson of late. That the lesson being that all I never needed to do to to get through and achieve these things was just to slow down. And those dreams that I lost, shattered and bullying and just noise and people, fighting against each other instead of fighting for each other. So I guess I just like to say that I'm out there and in there, and suffered for 24 hours, very, very, very arduous akathisia. Just realised that this bipolar, which I was right, but what I mean by right is that a lot of experience during that I knew that these mental illnesses are actually physical. There's something that came out on the Mighty about bipolar, and I saw bipolar, but I saw what I saw was that there was 20 physical symptoms of this, and I had never known what this was, and it terrified me. It terrified me because I didn't know what these seizures and these tics and all that were. Not knowing anything, I thought it was free, or I thought worst in case scenario MS or losing, you know, epilepsy. I had no idea, but I had brain scans and it was none of that. So it was just, I have a very, very incredible team of doctors along my path, and one said to me that he hadn't seen it before, only in two of his patients. So I'm very grateful for that, not having, but finally we've been able to label it. So I guess this is just to anyone out there that if someone struggling with depression, grief, anything, loss, or the highs are just as rewarding as the lows. And what will happen is it'll eventually just level out. And I've had spent a year of being normal. I mean, what's normal? I couldn't fathom hearing that. I didn't understand normal. I mean, I've never really known normal. I've always been up and down and this and that. But I know I have talents, and that used to frustrate me because I thought, what's the point of these talents if I can't do anything with them? I keep getting, I feel like it actually went more to I'm a horrible person. Someone's a voice would tell me in my head that I'm being punished, but it wasn't that at all, because it's not until now I've found a uniqueness in me, and it not only artistic. I found that a book that was given to me from a very wise man, and he told me this is what I have, and I didn't understand because every friggin' word was like it took me. I couldn't fault sophistication of any kind. We're talking because it was manic depression, illness, and the artistic temperament. Temperament meaning the akathisia, like the a temper like anger coming from pain and loss, but pain and loss. All what's behind it all? What's behind it all is love, which is what I'm currently working on. Love, mending a broken heart of loss and pain. People that have died in my life that were very significant, that I love very dearly, and people that have supported me in my life to get me to where I am today. And I see the regrowth happening. And I like to be very authentic and raw. I don't like to put masks on, because I have been doing masks, and the only thing that masks do is give people a false impression that I'm okay, because I'm screaming on the inside saying I'm not. So I learned to ask for help. And I learned I could never take anything from anyone. I could only give things. I felt terrible if I took $20 or $10. So I've had times in my life where I've had money and money and money, but then I've had times where I'm struggling. But it's the struggle that makes you realize how important that what you had was. So the high is just as important as the low. Having it and then losing it. So I dedicate this to anyone I know out there, and you know who you are, that has been significant in my life and always told me to keep pushing forward. I had to fight and fight. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you and to always remind people that sticks and stones won't break my bones, but words will never hurt me. It's true, but it's not. Words. Be careful with your words. I heard a lot of people with words and then I just make up the next day. But you have to be careful with your words. This world is lacking communication. Bring back the love. That song, Where is the Love? 10 years ago, whatever. Very massive message in there. Everyone needs to stop fighting, getting along, connecting, getting together. It's help. If I can help anyone, please contact me any way you can. I've got nothing to hide. So yeah, this is just a real important message for me to get out, because I struggle to see that people tell me that I can do this or this or that, because I know that I can do these things, but I know that any of you can do these things because I've seen me I couldn't write, I couldn't talk, I couldn't do things. I was so debilitated by depression. I couldn't, even younger before I can't. So all I did was I turned that I can't to I could if. I had significant people in my life. One I married, one I gave birth to, one that gave birth to me. A very dear friend of mine now, I know that's going through a similar thing. People that I've lost, a very best friend of mine that I lost, an auntie that I lost, lots of people that I lost. But I didn't lose them because they keep giving me strength. People say I'm strong, but strength is something that is given to you. So I thank any of you out there that I have ever told you that you gave me strength, because I saw the pain, I saw what you're going through. So all I want to do is just help anyone I can. That's it. And then just be in the background. being in the foreground doesn't work. Just in the background. This is me. I just had 24 hours of akathisia. Akathisia. And akathisia is basically the physical symptoms of bipolar. But they're starting to realize it's a physical disorder. I'm not saying I'm right, but for years I did say it's physical. It is very physical. And the only reason I knew that is because I was going through it. And I saw the changes through all the different admissions and things like that. And also admissions that I didn't have, that I put off. And this is one that I did put off. And I'm going to hospital. But I'm going to hospital because it's my place of sanctuary. And it's a place for people that understand what I'm going through. Only because they've been through it or they've actually specialized in it. I'm not saying any of you don't understand it. I'm saying that there's plenty of people out there that do. And that it's just being free, being normal, because I'm well, apparently. I just had to get used to being well, normal. I didn't know what that was. Everything was always up and down and dramatic. Things started awesome, going, bang, crash, back to square one again. What the fuck? Like, excuse my French. Like, what's the point of that? There's nothing, I'm not achieving. And then they slowly leveled me out. So I could think and write again. And start very small. I lost memory with my ACT, but it came back. I have memories from times I thought I could never remember again. So what the important message is that anything is possible. Because I've seen many people achieve what they thought was unbelievably impossible for them. Their dreams, their goals, so small. Me doing Cert 4 was so significant but small. And then I went to a dual mental health diploma, mental health and AOD. And I couldn't finish it. Well, I could if I wanted to, but I chose not to. I went to part-time overnight. My dream is to be a behavioral scientist. But my dream, most important dream, is to learn to love myself again. Because every time I love myself, I see so many other people loving themselves too. Because I can't love other people's if I don't love them. When I don't love myself, I'm not my best at all. I, I, I don't want to hurt anyone at all, but really, to be honest, it's all the scarring on me is on the inside. If you can see that, sorry. There's new growth coming through. It's a revelation, a realization that I'm not the biggest fear I had in life. This happiness, because whenever I touched it or got a taste of it, I become very unwell. So I'm learning to be happy. I've discovered that I'm happy with the less, simple, so much less in my life. I've been told that I take on too much. I want to do it, but of late I haven't had a chance. I have not had a chance. I have a beautiful little boy, and I have a best friend in a man that I married. He's always been my best friend, very good best friend. We have a little family around Josh. And it's been a long battle for other friends who, and I just hope people that I've just can't wait to reconnect with again, because I had to disconnect because of a lot of grief that I was dealing with, that hadn't, anger that hadn't come out, and it just got sucked up and suppressed, and it's starting to come out. I'm learning to draw. Could never draw. Everything I did was fucking abstract weird shit. But it's coming out now because I'm slowly understanding that my brain just needed to relax. I just needed to relax. But it wasn't my fault, because my body, the physicality side of it, the neurons, the neuroplasticity, it's all linked in. The hormones, the central part of the nervous system is the brain. So it makes sense. If you've got anxiety, it's going to affect that amygdala, the fight, flight, freeze, the limbic system, the frontal lobe, getting to the frontal lobe. That's where you do your rational thinking. Well, fuck, you're angry, or, you're very anxious. You can't. It's very hard to process that main man, which we say is the executive part of your brain, this part here. So this is important, because if you can control your amygdala, small, actually the size of an almond, but it can blow up. And that's when there's adrenaline rushing, whatever, fight, flight, or freeze, a scare, a fear, a manicness. An indigo has been misdiagnosed. A natural born leader, an indigo that say back in the times. Yeah, I'm going back to history. History, it's everything we need in history. This world needs to slow down, because an indigo is a natural born leader that has been misdiagnosed with ADHD or ADD or any of these things that with lightning speed thinking. So it just, what do we do with lightning? We don't want a lot of lightning. We hear the thunder and the lightning comes and strikes. So that's where the ECT helped me, because when I was down, I needed that to get me up and out of it. But now it's, it comes in little bits, and that's called bipolar, but it's a rapid cycling. So you see me, but inside I'm, and it's hard. It's really hard. It's very hard. But you learn to sit with it. I learned to not fight it and to sit with it. Sit with the pain, sit with it, and find something, and find a way to control it. Or let it just come out. Let it be, because it's a gift. These things are a gift, this energy. What's coming in or what you make of it is their gifts. So I choose to have bipolar only because I choose to make it my best mate. It's a friendship with what I have. You have a best friend, but it's a two-way street. It's a relationship you have to keep maintaining. You go through stages where you're really angry at them for this. Or, how could you do that? And then, oh, I love you so much. And then they're fighting and you feel hate, loss. But what's behind anger is pain, 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 pain. Or there's jealousy. Or that. I've been bullied and bullied, targeted because do this. But then, I see what was bull behind it. And I've accepted it. And I've accepted that, I lost my dreams. I lost those dreams, but they weren't the significant ones because I'm just meant to be here amongst family and friends, get community going and help anyone I can, because the most important thing is the generations behind me and the ones to come. Ones like my son and any children out there, we teach them because they are going to bring or slow this world down a little bit more. Technology is wonderful, but it's also can be very, very destructive. So always be mindful of what you say, and by doing that, what you behave, how your behavior. So what are you thinking at the time? What's that real feeling in there? This is secondary, primary. Anger. I'm feeling angry because I can admit it. I'm feeling angry because I'm jealous. I'm jealous of seeing people on Facebook or anywhere having these perfect lives, but they don't. They don't. They have pain too. Everybody has pain. This is called real fucking life. Life that, I once wanted to take because I just didn't know what the fuck was. I didn't know what the answer was, but I found an answer for now. Because once you think you know everything, you don't. And that's the most important lesson, is that every single person you encounter in your life is a teacher and is there to teach you something for you to learn from. So I know a lot, but there's a lot I don't know. And I can't wait to learn it from anyone. I say again. I can't wait to learn what I never could learn when I was existing in the world, but just existing, not really alive. So I just want to share this because I think it's really important that people see that behind this smile and this good old retarded twit. And I only say retarded is because it's just a personal joke with friends. Full retard. You don't go full retard. I've been have a very beautiful mind. But to have a beautiful mind, you have to be able to see beauty in everyone, because that makes you be able to. It makes you realize that it's okay to be happy. Sometimes happiness isn't a destination, but I think it's more content. These days, people are. You're okay. That's content. That's the happy. I'm okay. But it's what the most important question is to ask, which I had to learn to ask because it was so hard, was for help. So I know when I need help. So if I ask people for help and I struggle to take things from people, I give everything away. But I struggle to take things because I felt that I didn't deserve it. But I do deserve it. But the only way I deserve it is because I know that investment, my health, or anything to help my health, will help anyone out there get their goal and their dreams. I've lost mates and friends. I've seen people that were dying to these sorts of things, and to nasty, narcissistic, manipulative. Everybody naturally with that fight back in the day, like, hey man, you are going to either, it's just instinct. Jealousy is normal. Admit, I've been jealous at times because I was jealous of this person because I was like, why the fuck don't I get that? It's that simple. But then there's jealousy that can go the other way. Don't take to jealousy. Learn from it. Learn that it takes time and patience. Every lesson is a blessing, but a blessing is a lesson too. Gratitude. Gratitude, I believe, will get you through. Well, it got me through. I had days where I thought if I can go with less, more will come. And that's what's happened. More love. So I've been able to heal really heal and see a lot of struggle, but heal and know that everything will just, it will be okay. And that's good enough for me. It's good enough for me. There's probably more downs and lows and there's not to come, but I know that every time it's getting easier. It really does. It doesn't affect, I've been able to study, I've been studying and I've been getting great results in that, and I hope to get back there, but I don't think it's going to happen because I realized that I don't really want to do that. Like I do, but I don't, because I want to help the children. I want to work with children. So my dream is to work with children. Art therapy, working with children. So yeah, if I could do my time ever again, I'd be a kindergarten teacher, because I'm a childhood. I have really a child at heart, but I believe we all are kids at heart. Don't be afraid to be silly, stupid, silly. To be you, have fun, be free. Don't worry what anyone thinks. All that matters is what you think. And all that matters is what the people close to you think. And the people closest to them. So it just pays forward, man. And that is the best type of gold you will ever find. Not a golden nugget. A golden heart. So thank you to all those golden hearts out there that gave me strength and love and hope and passion and desire to get out there and help as many people as I can. And yeah, I nearly lost. I did, but it was more so a desperate cry for help, because I felt like I couldn't go through anymore. But the last 24 hours I've endured, I know that I can get through anything. I don't like people to say it, but it's seizures and it's not nice. But I understand it's akathisia. So, and that's one physical symptom. It's physical, it's completely simple. It's like a basic traffic jam in your whole body. It's like pretty much you're feeling. Oh, the only thing I can actually really relate it to is when I was induced with my son Joshua and labour. That's the only thing, the contraction, like, it's hot and cold and this and that. And you're just angry, and then you're, and then I come good. So I unfortunately couldn't get to a medication that helps with nerves, anxiety, and didn't have it for 3 days. And yeah, it's knowing that even an antidepressant can actually be, the withdrawal can be very deadly, extremely deadly. More so, the withdrawal is even more. It's more so withdrawal of drugs, and these illicit drugs or whatever. So people out there with drugs and that. So just take it slowly, and I totally get what's behind it all. Just don't judge, just ask questions. Just ask questions and just let people tell you what they need. Don't tell them what they need. All right, I'm going to go. I hope this just helps. If it saves one life, that's fine. That's it. I just want to live and just enjoy this happiness, or I don't know what's to come, and I'm bloody excited about that. But all I do know is that a lot of times I'm out there smiling, but I'm crying on the inside, because I've seen some of the most beautiful things. They've been people, and I've seen some of the most beautiful things, and please be mindful of how I say this. Suffering, knowing they're so beautiful, and seeing how strong they are. So just when you think you can't, you can, because you saw that you could. If change that can't, get rid of it. I used to do my mum's head in. I can't do this. I'm so dumb. And I actually freaking opposite. That's the opposite of the bipolar opposites, whatnot. So I once realized through a lot of self-awareness and a lot of writing. I can't stop writing. Everything's coming out. That and art and all this sort of stuff, and art and all that. A very dear friend told me that, yeah, taught me about the blessings and the lessons in life and stuff like that. And that, you make irrational decisions, or you have to think about the consequences. But really, how can you think about all the freaking consequences when you're so vulnerable inside? But everyone thinks that you're great on the inside, like pulling it off. But just be careful. People label people as resilient, and that's awesome. But just remember, sometimes people that are resilient possibly may not be resilient the next time. So always check in and just see if they're okay. But they may tell you they're not, and that's okay. But just be there until they get to the point like I did, where I said, I'm not okay, I need help. There's nothing wrong with that. That's strength, is asking for help. Not thinking you can do it all yourself, because that makes you sick. And yes, there's life terms, and there's a stubbornness in me that tells me that no, I can do it on my own. It was me proving stuff that doesn't matter. All that matters is love. Love. And yeah, so just love. I'm not going to say peace, love everyone, all that kind of stuff. There's never going to be peace. There's going to be peace in you, and that's the way to get there. I mean, trying to create world peace is huge. That's like me trying to do what my goals are. It's too much. We all need to do it, create it together. So it's just how the world evolves. Things come and go. We'll leave, the earth will die, and there's rebirth, and that for what reason the nature will create the balance. So yeah. Anyway, take to this or don't. I don't know. I'm just putting it out there, just to help anyone, because I know how it feels. I get it. I get anxiety, depression, panic, whatever, panic attacks, or I get it, and I know what it feels like to, high functioning, but sometimes that's even worse, because people are like, but what? Well, you can do this, but what? Whoa, that's going on? No, that doesn't make sense. Whereas people that aren't, they get it, they get labels that you can treat it, and that's great. But when it's up and down, it's very confusing, and you feel very lost and alone. But one thing I've learned is I'm not. I challenged myself this year and last year, to put myself in healthy, vulnerable situations to see what would happen. And it was a birthplace of something magnificent. It was a birthplace of love and courage. I look back and go, oh, what I did, I made a dick of myself. But I didn't. Because those energies and all that kind of stuff will lead you. Stay away from people. Just stay away. Just stay away from people that don't make you feel good about yourself. And be around people that empower you, but you empower them. So you bring out the best in you and them. That stuff's mad. That's better than any type of this drug you want. Love's the best type of drug. But at the same time, if you if you break a heart and be cruel, the drug is the worst type of drug. A broken heart. People that are taking drugs are healing a broken heart or pain. Show love, and you'll see that there can be a huge change. Anyway, I'll leave you now. Peace.